So I'm at my local park. I used to come here almost every day. Same time last year. This is where I started my exposure therapy. Besides walking around my backyard, my front yard, and to the corner of my block, this is where I used to come. It's only about 3 blocks away from my house, so it's not too far. I haven't came here as much as I used to. So I mean, I have came here a couple of times this year, but not as often as I did last year. Last year was almost every day, if not every day. Well, that I used to come here, and I didn't really walk here too often last year. A couple of times I did, and I was mainly riding my bike around here. So it feels good coming back here, even though it's not too far. When I'm picking up my daughter from school, this is the same way I drive. So I apologize for the windows. It's pretty windy right now. Yesterday, Monday and Tuesday, which is yesterday, today's Wednesday, was pretty hot. So with today it's a lot cooler and a nice cool breeze. It feels good being outside right now. I did have allergies the past 2 days, pretty bad allergies. If I had allergies right now, it would have been really bad because I'm at the park with grass and trees and whatnot. So, but yeah, it feels good coming back here. You know, I haven't been, even though I mean, coming back here like at this time around the same time, because like I mentioned, when I started my exposure therapy and I came here to the same park, I used to come here around the same time every day. So it gives me some good memories, you know. Plus it makes me know, it reminds me that, you know, I've been here before. I should feel fine here. I mean, I had 2 or 3 panic attacks here before, and one time I wanted to one, I didn't. I just sat on the grass. I was feeling dizzy, so I just sat on the grass and like leaned myself on the tree, and once the anxiety went away, I got up, started walking around, and went home and forget about what happened. You know, that's one thing you have to do with doing a panic attack. You have to remember that you felt that way before, and sometimes might not feel the same, but the best thing to do is let it happen and try not to overreact or react to it at all. You know, just stay as calm as you can. I know it's not easy because, you know, I've been there so many times that every time it happens, I always like look at the time, and every time, if it's always the same time every day, let's say it happens at 2 o'clock, I will try my best to fall asleep at 1:30. So by the time I wake up, I'm hoping that I won't have a panic attack. You know, that's what I used to do. Every time I feel a panic attack happen, it's always the same time. So I think those times were a trigger. So I would try to sleep, and by the time I wake up, I will hope that I won't have a panic attack. You know, things like that. But other than that, I've been doing pretty good. You know, going places that I didn't think I would ever go again. You know, places I haven't been to for like 2 years, and you know, a lot of my symptoms and sensation, they have really decreased, because it's not because I'm not worrying about them. It's also because when you don't feel the symptoms, the sensation anymore, your body won't send you to the fight or flight response, and then it doesn't happen as much. And that's what helps me lately, is that, you know, when it happens, I just let it happen. I don't try to stop it. I don't think what might happen. I don't overreact to it. I don't do anything. I just let it happen, and when it's gone, it's gone. And if I feel a panic attack wherever, if I'm having one right here right now, I'm not going to go running home, because running home during a panic attack will only make it worse. Not only will you run away from where you had your panic attack, you're going to think that place is a trigger. You're going to start avoiding places. You're going to start avoiding going out. You know, that's what happened to me I remember back in 2016 when I had 3 or 4 days with no panic attack, no symptom, no sensation. I would leave my house, and then one day I left my house. I had a panic attack. I rushed home, and I didn't want to leave my house for a couple of weeks again. So wherever you have a panic attack, stay there. You know, if you can't find a place to sit down, and just sit down. You know, if you feel like you have the urge to run, try your best to just stay still. You know, make wherever you're having a panic attack, just stay there and let that place become your safe zone, because once you avoid that place, you know, it's going to be hard to go back. And every time you go back, I attempt to go back, you're going to get flashbacks. That's what happened to me. I get flashbacks from places that I had my panic attacks before, and then when I slowly go back there, I would get flashbacks, and then I keep doing it over and over, and then the panic attacks and the flashbacks automatically goes away. If that makes sense. So you just have to. So when you're doing exposure therapy, not only is it important for you to leave your house, but try to go to the places that, you know, where you had your first few panic attacks. I've been back to a couple of the places that I had my first few panic attacks. I haven't gone back to the place that I had my first one, which is just at the parking lot outside a Target store. But one day I'll go there too. But I'm not saying I won't, because there's places that I say I will go back to, and I finally went back to, and it might have took me over a year, even 2 years, to finally go back to some of those places. But you know, I did it, and that's what helped me. Also in the market for adopting a dog, a mid-sized to a large dog. I have a small dog. I want a mid-size for myself, a larger dog, because I find it easier for me to walk a mid-size to a larger dog than it is for me to walk my little dog, because he likes being around my daughter and myself. But normally with my daughter, he likes to go farther. With me, he likes to go for a walk, but he's always like looking around with my daughters around. So that's why I want a mid-sized dog to a larger dog, so something I can walk, and I can walk him with a bigger dog, because for some reason my little dog gets along with bigger dogs than his little dogs. It's like he's scared of any dogs that are his size or smaller, which normally little dogs are more afraid of bigger dogs than them. But I guess with little dogs, sometimes, you know, they think they're bigger than they are. But that's why I've been going to the animal shelter looking at dogs and whatnot. So, but other than that, I'm about to head home right now. It feels good being out here. You know, today I woke up early at 9 or something o'clock again, so that's like 3 or 4 days in a row I've been waking up before noon. So I still not able to fall asleep around 10, 11 o'clock like I want to, but I've been falling. But at the same time, I haven't been falling asleep at, you know, 3, 4, 5 a.m. like I used to. So falling asleep at 1 a.m. is better than falling asleep at 5 a.m. Other than that, that's pretty much it for today, and I'm gonna head home right now.